Morning. You can see me. Yep. Tiny bit higher. Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm Elise. If you haven't done my class before, welcome to a yoga class. So we're going to do an hour class. It will be kind of similar to what we did on a Wednesday. So kind of like a vinyasa and power flow, but we're not going to go like super powerfully into the practice today. We'll start nice and slow because it is a morning and it might be a first movement. Also, someone outside decided to start building at 10 o'clock, so that'll be fun. Yay. But I'm going to wait 1 more minute and then we're going to start. We'll start in a child's pose this morning. So if you want to go and find your way there already, you can bring your knees together, or you can bring your knees nice and wide, up to you. You don't need any props today, but I'm going to tell you in the end of the class, we are going to try a headstand, or we're going to work our way towards a headstand. So we'll go through like step by step, like we have done with handstands and forearm stands. But don't get scared because you don't have to do it if you don't want to. It's just an option. But yeah, I hope you can hear the music. And I think we're going to get started. Hope everybody's well. Remember, I say that every time, if you do have any injuries, make sure you modify as much as you need. Take a rest whenever you need. And make sure you have a water if you need to hydrate yourself. But on your mat, we'll start in a child's pose. So if you're there already, just stay where you are. If not, you can bring your knees back width apart, or you can bring your knees together, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Make sure you untuck your toes, and then we're just going to let our head rest down on the mat, or you can bring your hands underneath your forehead as well if you'd like. But making sure you're not activating through the upper body here. So you're going to let your shoulders to relax down. You're going to let your forearms and elbows to touch down on the mat. Close your eyes if you haven't. And just take a moment here, allow yourself to arrive onto your mat. Start noticing your connection with the mat. Just notice how your body feels this morning. And then we'll bring our awareness towards our breath. Let's just notice how the breath flows in and out. If you'd like, you have an option here to take a few deep breaths in and out. So really take a next breath in and make it nice and deep, nice and long. And do the same with your exhale. Breathe all the way out. Just repeat that a few times. Really fill up your body here. Allow the belly to go towards the mat when inhaling. When exhaling, feeling how the belly comes back in. Try to take another 3 or 4 deep breaths in. So with your next exhale, breathe all the way out. And let go of your deep breath. Let your next inhale to be short again. Just allow it to settle back into the body. And then we're going to come back to the body here. So start moving your fingers and your toes. Then gently move your head side to side. Good. Move your hips side to side. Start moving into the hips a bit. They might feel quite tight this morning. And then slowly we'll come up into our first tabletop position. So bringing your shoulders over your wrists in here and your hips over your knees. Untucking your toes in here. And we're going to start moving into the spine again. Not again, but the first move into the spine. But just remember, because these are your first movements today, maybe your first to be really gentle. So we're going to inhale here. We'll drop the belly down. We'll lift through the tailbone, through the chest, and then exhale. We'll round through the back in here, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale again. Drop the belly. Lift through the chest. And exhale, let's round through the back. And again, inhale. Exhale, let's round. Good, last one, inhale. And exhale, let's round through the back. We're going to stay here, so now press into the hand, press your hands into the mat. Chin comes to the chest, really round through the back. Press the knees into the mat as well. Okay, so really feel how it opens up through the shoulder blades in here. Last breath. Good, and come back to the neutral tabletop in here. Let's tuck our toes under here, push the hips down onto the heels. So get a nice stretch through the soles of the feet in here, maybe through the toes as well. And we're going to slide our hands a tiny little bit forward here, so you can drop your forehead down. And we're going to take a breath here. Exhale, you're going to look to your hand to bring the shoulders over your wrists in here. Now you need to drop your hips a bit. Inhale, we're going to drop all the way down into the mat, elbows into the body. And then exhale, lift your chest and lift your hands. Untuck your toes if you have any. Take a breath here. Exhale, drop the chest and hands back down. Tuck the toes. Inhale, hips will go down onto the heels again. The same like you did before. Really lengthen through the spine in here. Exhale, will float forward, shoulders over your hands. Inhale, drop halfway. And then exhale, this time we're going to come up. So one push up here. Inhale, drop all the way down. And then exhale, find that baby cobra again. So lift the hands, lift the chest, press the feet into the mats. Inhale. Exhale, dropping back down. We'll do that one more time. So tuck the toes, hips will go down and onto the heels. Inhale. Exhale, flow forward. We got 2 push-ups this time. So inhale, halfway. Keep your core engaged. Exhale, come back up. One more time. So inhale, halfway. Neck long. Exhale, come back up. Good. Drop down into the mat. Find that baby cobra again. Lift through the chest. Good. Really getting into those back muscles. Inhale. Exhale. Let's drop back down. This time, tuck the toes and push up into your first downward facing dog. So pressing into the hands. Hips will go high. Really generous bend through the knees in here so you can feel how your hips are going higher and higher. And starting to open up some space through the chest a bit more, to the back of the legs a bit more. And then when you feel like you want to pedal into the feet, do that. Hamstrings might feel quite tight this morning. Mine definitely do. Good, maybe move the hips side to side. If you feel like you want to lift the leg and find a 3-legged dog, you can do that as well. That feels good. Good, last breath here, all together. And let's exhale out. Inhale, we'll look up to the fingers in here and exhale, walk your feet all the way to the top of the mat. And when you get to the top of the mat, feet will come hip distance apart, maybe a bit more wider. Again, generous bend through the knees in here and slightly opposite elbows and let the head and Chest drop down onto the legs. You can just rock side to side in here. If you feel like you can straighten the knees a tiny bit, do. It's time to open through the back of the legs a bit more. But the most important here is that we're opening through the lower back in here. So that's why we're bending into the knees. Good. We'll take another 2 breaths here. Nice. One more. Lovely. So come back to the center here. Let go of the elbows. We'll inhale, bend into knees a bit more round to the back, and then exhale through the spine, rolling yourself up super slow. When you get all the way up, roll into the shoulders here. Good, and then shake the body out. I managed to fit myself into the frame today. Well impressed. Okay, we're going to flow through 2 sun A's all together. When we flow in through the vinyasa, see which kind of back bend you want to do. So you got that baby cobra again, you got cobra or upper facing dog. So remember, it's up to you which back bend you're going to find. But from here, feet hip distance apart, or bring your big toes together and the heels slightly apart. Let's find a mountain pose on the top of the mat. Lifting through the chest in here. Think about someone's pulling you up to the ceiling. Let's take a breath in here. And exhaling out. Inhale, we'll reach the arms high over your head. Exhale, find a fold over the legs. Bend into the knees. Inhale, we'll lift halfway. Flat back, and then exhale, let's place the hands down here. Step back and find your first high plank today. And let's just take 2 breaths in here. So making sure shoulders are over your hands. You're pushing the heels to the back of the room. Good. We'll take another breath. And then flow through your vinyasa here. So if you want to drop the knees, do. Find your back bend. I'm doing a cobra if you want to join me. I'm keeping the hands down this time. But still lifting through the chest and using my back muscles here. And we'll all meet back in our down dog. So hips will go high. Inhale here. Exhale out. Good. Another breath in. Exhale out. Good. Inhale, let's look up to the fingers. Exhale, step or hop or walk to the top of the mat this time. Inhaling, halfway lift again. Exhale, folding over your legs. Inhale, let's come up, reach the arms high, high mountain. Exhale, straight away, go back down into that fold, over your legs. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, placing your hands down here. Find that high plank again for 2 breaths. Engage through the core, push the heels to the back of the room. Hold another breath. And then flow through your vinyasa here. So choosing your back bend. This time I'm going into upper facing dog if you want to join me. Making sure it's active back bend. So you're not letting your knees rest down on the mat. And we'll meet you back down. In our down dog, we'll take 2 breaths. Down dog should feel so much nicer now. 1 more. Good, then your next inhale. We'll look up to the fingers and exhale. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, folding over the legs. Good, inhale here. Let's come up all the way. And then exhale, we're going to lower hands to our heart center. Good, take a breath in. Exhale out. Good, so from here, we're going to bring that right foot in the middle of the mat. And we're going to cross the left foot over. Just crossing your legs in here. And we're going to take a breath in here, reach the arms high. And then we're going to find the right hand finds your left wrist in here. Reach all the way up, but then find a side bend in here. So reach all the way to the right. If you have someone next to you, you almost want to kind of touch your neighbor. Think about pushing your hips all the way to the left. And try to find that stretch now to the left side of the body here. So try not to round. Still lifting through the spine in here. Good, we'll take a breath in here. And then exhale, we're going to come back to the center here. Let go of that wrist. Inhale, reach the arms high. And then exhale, we're going to find a fold over the legs. Your legs are still nicely crossed. So this is going to feel quite strong to the back of the legs. Try to keep the legs as straight as you can in here. Let your head come down. Good, one more breath. And then slowly through the spine, let's roll ourselves up. Unravel the legs. Shake them out. Straight away to the other side in here. So the left foot comes in the middle. Cross the right leg over. Inhale, let's reach down high. And then exhale, left hand finds the right wrist. We're going to find the side stretch. Reaching over. Good. Keeping your spine nice and long still. Good. Another breath here. Exhale, coming back to the center. Inhale, let go of the wrist. Exhale, find a fold over the legs. Round into the back. It might feel a bit nervy, that stretch. Just brace it. Hold here. Another two. One more. Good. And through the spine, rolling yourself up. After this stretch, normal fold will feel super, super nice. Okay, come out. Shake the legs. Good work. Okay, find the mountain pose again on the top of the mat. Let's inhale, reach down high. Exhale, find a fold over the legs, go down. Nice. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, placing your hands down in here. Step or hop back. Flow through the vinyasa straight away here. And we're meeting back in down dog. Okay, let's take a breath here. And exhaling out. Inhale, right leg goes high. Let's find the first three-legged dog in here. Think about your hips in here. So try to push your right hip back down. Right toes are facing down. And make sure you're not pushing your left shoulder in. So keeping your shoulders nicely level as well. If you're trying to get all these points right, this is going to feel quite strong. We're going to take another breath here. And then exhale, we're going to draw the right knee to the chest and step the foot between our hands here. Plant it down. Let's drop our back knee down. And we're going to untuck the back toes for a second. We're going to lift through the chest in here, reach down high. And then exhale through the cactus arms. We're going to open the elbows, lifting through the chest in here. We're going to drop the elbows all the way. We're going to interlace the fingers behind our back. Let's push the hands down, roll the shoulders back. Good. Really, really drop the hips down into the mat, lift through your chest and look up. 3 breaths here. This should feel quite nice through the left side of the hip flexor, your quad, and also you're getting that nice back bend in here. Think about keeping your spine still nice and long so you're not sinking into that lower back. Last breath. Good, so from here, we're going to keep our arms the way they are, so keep them insulated. We're going to tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee off the mat. So nice, low lunge in here. See if you can sink down a bit more, but the back knee's off the mat. Hold in here, another 2 breaths. Super strong legs, 1 more. Good, releasing your hands in here, your fingers. We're going to drop the hands down in here, frame the right foot. And let's step that right leg back. You got your 3-legged dog again. So leg goes high. Take a breath in. And then exhale, let's drop that right foot down to the mat. Inhale, find the high plank. Exhale, let's drop down onto the forearms. Good. Inhale, come back up onto your hands. Exhale, dropping down. Inhale, back up. Good. Exhale, drop back down. Lovely. Inhale, back up. And exhale, hold. And flow through the vinyasa. Good. So what we're doing is working our way onto our forearms a bit more, because in the end, if you're going to try our headstand, that's going to be on your forearms. A lot of pressure on that. So we're going to get our body ready. We're going to go to the left from here. So inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, you're going to stay in here. So again, hips nice and square. Left toes are facing down. This is super hard. killing my heart. And again, your shoulders are nicely level as well. Take another breath in here. Exhale, let's draw the knee to the chest and step the foot between the hands. Good, drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. Let's lift the chest and knees, use your core. Good, take your breath in, reach the arms high. Exhale through the cactus, arms open. Drop the arms, interlace the fingers. Let's push the hands down, roll the shoulders back. Good, sink the hips towards the mat. Lift through the chest. Think about your lower back in here. Good, another breath. Good, keeping your arms in here. Just come a tiny bit more forward and look forward. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, but stay low, super, super low. And feel that stretch now on the right side of the leg. When you pull your hip flexor, holding for another 2. Super, super strong legs, hold. Last breath. Good, releasing your fingers here. Let's drop the hands down. Woo. And let's step down left leg back. 3-legged dog in here. Good, find it, take it back in. Exhale, we're going to drop that left leg down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, let's drop down onto the forearms this time. Interlace the fingers here. And we're going to do a bit of rocking forward and back. So inhale, rock forward. Think about chin over the fingers. And then exhale, rock back. Good, inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Shoulders away from your ears. Forward and back. And you got 3. Back. 2. I promise my knees are not down. Good, last one. Rock forward and back. Good, back onto your hands. Press up and flow to the vinyasa here. Finding that down dog here. Let's drop the knees. Find a rest for a second in the child's pose. Take deep breaths in and out. Maybe have some water. Should be feeling nice and warm now. Good, we're taking another 3 deep breaths in. Good. And let's find our way back into our down dog when you're ready. So hips will go high. Good, take a breath in. Exhaling out. Inhale, look up to the fingers here and exhale. Let's step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. Flat back and exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, let's come up. Reach the arms high. And then exhale, we're going to sit down into a chair pose in here. Good. So from here now, let's drop our hands to our hips. First thing here, make sure your hips are not all the way back. So hug them in. You got nice flat lower back in here. Good. And we're going to sit down a tiny little bit lower. So make sure you're kind of hovering like off the chair in here. So you're not high. We're going to look down. Make sure you can see your big toes. And then gently bring your weight onto your right foot. We're going to inhale here. Slide our left toes back. It's just tapping the mat. And then exhale, going to bring it back in. Inhaling back. Exhale, bring it back in. You got 4 more. Inhale back. Exhale, draw it in. And 3. Keep your body nice and still. Only that left leg is moving. And 2. Bring it back in. Last one. Right leg is dying. Good. Full chair pose here. Let's inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, fold over the legs down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, let's place the hands down. Step or hop back. Float through the vinyasa here. Good, and back into your down dog. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, step the foot between your hands. Place it down and come up into your high lunge this time. Good. Inhale in here. Exhale. Arms will go through the cactus arms. We'll drop our arms down. Interlacing your fingers, pushing our hands back. Lifting through the chest in here. Good. If you'd like, look up to the ceiling, but make sure you have a balance here. And again, try not to sink into that lower back. Hug your belly in. Hold in for another 2. 1 more. Good. If you're looking up, bringing your gaze back to normal, so looking forward. Gently here now, we're going to lean forward, keeping your arms still. We're going to lean forward until you can bring your back toes off the mat and find a warrior 3 in here. Try to squeeze your palms together. Good. Hips are nice and square. Take another breath. And then exhale, we're going to lift the chest. See if you can hug your left knee up to the chest. You're back in the top of the mat. And then we're going to release that left arm down. Sorry, left leg down. Release the arms. Shape the legs. Whew. Okay, we're going to go straight to the other side. Exactly the same thing on the other side. So, let's inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, sit down into your chair pose. Hands to your hips. Check in with your hips. Check in with your core. Good, looking down, making sure you can see the big toes. And bring the weight onto your heels now. Hug your belly in. Let's inhale. Push the right heel back. Exhale, bring it in. Inhaling back. Exhaling. Good, and you got 4. And in. Keep it going. 3. Yes. 2. Last one. Back. Draw it in. Good. Inhale, forward chair pose. Exhale, fold over the legs down. Inhale, lift up. Halfway. Exhale, let's place the hands. Step or hop back. Float through the vinyasa here. Remember to choose your back bend. Meeting back in down dog. We're going to the left, so inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to the nose and step the foot between your hands. Come up into your high lunge. Good, inhale. Exhale, cactus arms. Squeeze in the elbows. Yes, drop the arms, interlace the fingers. Push the hands back, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the palms. Lift through the chest. Good, maybe look up to the ceiling. Think about your lower back. Good, last breath. Lovely. Coming out of that back bend, leaning forward. Take a breath in, and then exhale, let's find that warrior 3. So first balance on your left side here. Keeping your hips square. Good, looking down to the floor. Leave your mat. Squeeze the palms. Keep the chest open. Last 2 breaths. You're almost done. Last one. Good, like we did before. Lift through the chest. Woo. Hug the knee in. And drop the foot down. Good, release the arms. Shake the legs. Lovely. Take a breath in here. Whew. And exhale. Nice. Inhale, reaching the arms high. Exhale, sit down onto your chair pose again. Drop the arms onto your hips. We're going to go back to that same thing, but we're only going to push that heel back 3 times, and we're going to add something else. So, weight to your right foot. Inhale. Left heel back. Exhale, bring it in. Good. And back. Bring it in. Last one, we're going to push the heel back, and we're going to stay here. Point through your left foot now. We're going to inhale. Lift the toes off the mat. Exhale. exhale, drop down. Inhale, lift, and down. Last two, lift, woo, and down. Last one, and lift, and down. Good, draw that left foot back in. Inhale, find that full chair pose, sit low. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's place the hands down. Step or hop, flow through the vinyasa. And we're going back into our down dog. And again, moving to the right again. So inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to the nose this time. Inhale, push back again. Exhale, knee to the nose. Two more. Inhale, back. Exhale, draw it in. Last one. Inhale, back. Exhale, draw it in and see how high you can hug it in. Almost like you want to touch your nose with your knee. Hold for another two. Last breath. And step the foot between your hands. Try not to swing. Okay, let's come up. High lunge in here. Inhale. Exhale. This time we're going to open up into warrior two. So the back heel comes down. Back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Check in with your arms and make sure they're level, especially with your back arm here. And making sure the front knee is over the front ankle. Let's take 3 breaths in, nice and deep. One more. Good, so from here, we'll straighten the front knee. Inhale, we're going to reach the fingertips forward. We're going to open the front palm and exhale, we're going to reverse our triangle. So bringing your left arm down onto the left leg. Reaching the right arm over your head. Good, finding the side stretch to the right side of the body here. Take a breath in. Exhale, keeping the legs. Through the warrior two upper body, we're going to reach forward again, and this time we're going to reach down and find the Trikonasana. Trying to stack your arms over each other. Hug your belly in. If you can, look all the way up to your left fingertips. Good, take another two. Last breath. Good, we're going to bend into the front knee in here. Come back up into warrior two. Take a breath in. And exhale out. Good, let's straighten that front knee. We're going to turn our toes in. We're going to find a fold just for a second here. Not for a second, actually, for a few breaths. So hands to your hips. We're going to inhale, lift through the chest in here. And then exhale, let's go forward into a fold. Going down. Good, and you can keep your hands on your hips in here now if you'd like. Maybe squeeze the elbows together like we did on Wednesday. If you want to drop your hands down onto the mat, maybe find the big toes. You can do that as well. Good, we'll take another 2 breaths here. It's your first wide-legged fold, so be gentle. One more. Good. Slowly here now, hands will come to your underneath your chest. We're going to lift halfway. And then we've done this one before. We're just going to walk our hands forward. At the same time, you're going to turn your right toes forward and come onto the back toes. So you're back in your low lunge in here. And we're going to find a pigeon from here. So let's wiggle the right foot behind the left wrist. Dropping the knee down. Good. Making sure your hips are staying nice and square in here. If you want to slide something underneath the right hip, you can. We're going to drop down onto the forearms, and we're going to take a 5 breaths in here. If you want to go that tiny bit more deeper, you can to lay down. 4 more. Good. Last breath here. So if your head is down, lift your head first. Press into the hands, walk the hands back in. And we're going to drop down onto that right hip. If you have something underneath, just take your weight. Swing the left leg forward. And let's find an Navasana here now. So you're going to balance on your sit bones here. Follow the back of the legs to start with. Lift the legs, feet off the mat, sorry. Squeeze the knees together, squeeze the feet together, and let's let go. So option is to stay here, just breathe and hold, keeping your chest nice and open. Or we're going to try a low and a high breath. So we're going to inhale, drop down, straighten the legs, exhale, come back up. Good. Inhaling down, exhale, back up. Ooh. And again, down, back up, and down, back up. Last two. Halfway, sorry, half down, back up. Not sure what I just said. One more. Down, and back up. Good. Hold for another two. Squeeze the knees into the chest. Last one. And cross the legs. Good work. Come over the legs and let's step or hop back in here. Flowing through the vinyasa. And we're meeting back in our down dog. Ooh. Okay, take it back here. Exhale out. Inhale. Let's look up to the fingers and exhale. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale and you got a halfway lift. Exhale, folding over the legs. Inhale, coming up all the way. Exhale, our hands to your heart center. Good, take a breath in. And exhale. Good. Let's find our mountain pose on the top of the mat again. And we're going to go to the left from here. So we're going to start with those pushing the heel back, and we got a few lifts there. So first, let's find our chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, sit down into your chair. Drop hands to your hips. Good, find a low chair in here. Your weight comes to your left foot. Ready here, let's inhale, push the right heel back. Exhale, draw it in. Good, only three, so inhale back, two. Exhale in. Last one, I'm going to stay. Inhale, push the heel back. Exhale, stay. Good, we're going to lift that leg. Drop the toes down. Good, and again, lift. And down. Good, and lift. And down. Last one. Lift. And down. Good, draw that right leg back in. Let's find a full chair pose. Sit nice and low. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, placing the hands down. Step or hop back. Flow through the vinyasa. And we're back in your down dog. Okay, with our left side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, push back. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhaling back. Sorry, plant. Exhale, knee to the nose. Last one. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to the nose. Hold. Round to the back. Knee to the nose. Come on. Two. Last breath. And step the foot between your hands. Woo. Come up. High lunge. Inhale. Exhale, let's open up warrior two. On the left side. Good, so finding that deep breath here again. Checking in with the arms. Making sure the knees over the ankle. Two more. One more. Good, let's straighten our front knee. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward. Open the palm and exhale, reverse your triangle. Good, keep your spine nice and long, hug the belly. Press into your feet equally. Last breath. And then exhale, we're going to float through the warrior two upper body. Reach the fingertips forward again and down this time. Find your Trikonasana. Your triangle pose. Look all the way up to your fingertips if you can. Make sure you have the balance. Hug your belly. Try not to push your hips back. Good, another breath here. Exhale out. Good. Bend into the front knee, come back up into warrior two. Let's take a breath in. And exhale, drop the hands to your hips. Straighten the front knee, turn your toes in. Nice. Adjust yourself a bit on your mat if you need. Again, turn your toes inwards a tiny little bit. We're going to find our fold again. So inhale, let's lift through the chest. Exhale, let's go forward into that fold. Nice and slow. Good to see again where you would like to bring your arms. You can grab your big toes or your ankles. Last breath here. So from here, hands behind your chest again, come halfway. And then walk your hands forward at the same time. Turn your left toes forward. And then we're going to wiggle ourselves into a pigeon from here. So left foot comes behind the right wrist. Dropping the left knee down. Good. Again, if you want to slide something underneath your left hip, you can. And when you're ready, let's drop down onto the forearms. Maybe go in a bit more deeper. Take another 2 breaths in. Good. Last one. Nice. Now we're going to lift the head first. Come back onto the hands. Good. Drop back down onto your left hip. Slide or swing the right leg forward. Good. And we're going to lay all the way down onto our back this time. We're going to bring the knees into the chest almost, and we're going to extend our legs all the way up to the ceiling. Hands, we're going to inside them behind our back, not back, behind our head, the back of your head. And we're going to find the scissors here now, but with the straight legs. So, right leg goes down, right elbow touches the left knee. Inhale, exhale, swap. Inhale, swap. Exhale. Keep it going, we got 6, 5, 4, 3. I'm not sure why my legs are shaking. We got 2. Last one. Good. Legs straight all the way up. We got crunches in. Just lifting your shoulder blades off the mat. Look all the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last 3. You got 8. Use your breath. 9. Good. Last one. Nice. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Good. And then rock yourself up to seated. Come over the legs in here. Flow through the vinyasa if you'd like. Stretch out the abdominals. Ooh. And then we're going to finish back in our child's pose again. So find your way there. I'm going to move the mat for you because we're going to do those throws now into our headstand. So in your child's pose, take another 3 breaths. Maybe go up to seated if that feels better. Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to go through 3 steps. So first step is super simple. It's going to work into your hamstrings, into your core, but you're also going to get that feeling kind of not how to get into a headstand, but the feeling on your head, so how much pressure you're going to get on your head. And what we want to try to get is our hips over our shoulders. And the first thing here, we're going to find the base. So you're going to interlace the fingers and making sure your elbows are staying shoulder distance apart. So you don't want to bring them nice and wide if you're bringing them down, because otherwise your balance points will be your head with your hands and then those elbows, so your forearms. If you're bringing your elbows too wide, that balance line of the support, there won't be any. So basically, you will just be on your head and you can just fall over or roll over. So the first thing what we'll do is we're going to find this, and this is going to be really different to everybody, where you're going to bring your hands. If you have a big rings, you might want to take them off, but bringing your hands, for me, it's usually on top of my fringe, or where my fringe starts, usually that bit will go down onto the mat. For you, it might be a bit more higher, it might be a bit more lower. So that's going to come with your practice, and you're going to feel what feels the most comfortable for you. If anyone has really sensitive heads, you can grab a pillow, maybe double your mat a bit, so you have a more support on your head. If you're on your carpet like I am, this is quite soft for me already. So, first thing, if you want to have a look what we're doing first, you can. So you're going to interlace the fingers, you're going to bring your arms, your elbows down, forearms down, and then have those 3 points now. So you're going to bring your head down here, and then if you're going into it, the most important thing is that you're not letting your shoulders drop in. You're going to push the shoulders away. You might be able to see this as well. So shoulders in, push them away. So you want to have that room here. Your neck will stay super, super strong. So pressing into the elbows, shoulders away, head is down. We're going to tuck the toes under. You're going to lift the knees off the mat. And you're going to keep your legs straight. You're going to walk them in as close as you can when you feel like you can't come any closer. And then you're going to walk your feet back out. Walk the feet back in as close as you can. And then walk the feet back out. And that's your first throw. You're going to feel that pressure on your head. Do that around 5 times. And then have a rest. Or maybe do 3 times, have a rest, and then go for another 2. So let's see how that feels. If you've never done a headstand before, it might feel quite a lot on your head. Just be really, really gentle. And also when we're going into our next throw, or the step number 3, make sure you don't have anything like sharp behind you where you can fall in. So for me, I have a carpet. If I fall in, I'll fall onto the carpet. But make sure you don't have like a table or like a cactus down there. So you won't fall into anything. Also, I'm not saying that you're going to fall over, but just in case. Okay, so that was your tip number 3. If you've done step number 1, if you've done that, have a rest for a second and have a look what I'm doing next. So every step we're going to build up. So we're going to use the step 1 again and then go into step 2. Again, thinking about your points. So forearms down, head will come down, hug your head, press the elbows into the mat, so shoulders away, tuck your toes, lift the knees off. I got horrible trousers on today, but walking your feet in as close as you can, and your next step now is to hug the knee into the chest. So hugging one knee in, hold, and then come out. Hug the other one in, hold, and then come out. And you're going to keep repeating that, and what you want to do is keep that knee nice and close to your chest, so it doesn't go up, it comes nice and close. So almost like you're on your head and you're doing a child's pose. So that's where you want to bring your knees, so super, super close to your chest, not all the way up. So you're keeping your core engaged, when you're hugging it in, your core stays engaged. And do that around, maybe hug right in, left in, that's 1. And do that around maybe 4 times. So again, shoulders away from your ears. When you start hugging your knees in, sometimes what happens, you just forget your shoulders. Don't forget your shoulders. It's super, super important. So the next step going into it will be kind of like the base that we're looking for to a headstand. If you have that base, you can do whatever you want with your legs, basically. So if you have that really, really nice solid base, you can hold that for like 10 breaths. Brilliant. You can do whatever you want with your legs, basically, because your core is so ready to just hold yourself up, and you can just move your legs. But what we'll do is the third step is now, if you want to go into it, go for it. Otherwise, just skip that and keep working on step 1 and step 2. But But for the third step, you want to try to hug both your knees into your chest. So just like we did with the step 2, if you want to have a look, starting with the step 1, knees off, walking that straight legs in, hugging one knee in, and then you're going to hug the other knee in. Again, knees nice and close to the chest. So don't try to bring them up as high up as you can, and try not to jump into it. So you're controlling that movement, you're controlling that core, lifting, lifting, lifting. Shoulders away, knees into the chest. See if you can find that. Again, you're going to get that pressure on your head. If you need to come out, come out. If you're finding that, just stay there and see how many breaths you can take. Just holding that base. Really wish I could see you. If anyone has any questions, just comment at the moment so I can go through it again. Otherwise, just keep going. So hug the knees in if you can. Breathe that. So super, super important that just using your breath. And that's going to help you to keep that core more engaged, to build up that core a bit more in your inversion. If anyone has a headstand already in their practice, just go for it. If you want to, straighten the legs, but be really, really careful, please. Okay, so this is usually those 3 steps I usually have been teaching in a class to work your way into a headstand. If anyone has this, like, this is super, super easy, just try to find a straight line, or if you're going into, this is like a next step, you don't have to do this today, but if you're building up your headstand, if you're doing this flow again at any time, so the next flow will be just using your core a bit more. So when you're walking your feet in, you're going to try to lift straight legs up in here, so pressing into the shoulders and then gently lifting both legs up. But this is like a way to work into the core a bit more. And this is a super nice way to kind of find the strength in your hamstrings as well. So you really, really need to lift and squeeze the hamstrings and keep them super, super, super strong. Okay, so if you're still going for your headstand, I'm going to give you another 2 minutes and then we're going to really slow down. We're going to lay on our back next. If you want to have some water, you can. If you want to maybe grab a jumper or socks, so if you want to put some layers on, you can. Again, if you're still doing your headstand, keep going. I'm going to lay down on our backs. If you want to join me, you can do that as well. So being on your head and doing the inversion is quite nice to lay down now. If you're joining me, just tap the knees in. Just rock side to side. Good. So from our back, if you haven't joined me, you can join me now. We're going to find a really nice and gentle twist in here just to finish the practice. So we'll keep left leg long and hug the right knee in. And the opposite hand to your left hand will find the right knee. We're going to slowly draw the right knee across the body, find a twist. Let's take one more breath here. And slowly draw the knee back to the center, hug it into your chest. Good. And then swap your legs. So left knee comes in, right leg goes long. And slowly draw the knee across the body. Keep your left shoulder down. Last breath here. And slowly draw the knee back to the center, hug it in. If you want to find a happy baby here or any other stretches, go for it. Okay. And then gently, we'll find our way into our resting pose. So, loads of options here now. If you've been to my class before, you can stay on your back, find a really nice traditional Savasana resting pose. If you want, you can roll onto one side. You can come up to seated or maybe find a child's pose where we started today. Choose how you would like to bring your legs, how you would like to bring your arms, and then close your eyes. Allow the body to be soft and heavy. Slowly bring your awareness back to your breath. If you'd like to join me here, let's take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up the body. And exhale through the mouth and let go. Inhale again, fill up. Exhale, let go. And last one, inhale, fill up. Exhale, let go. You come back to your body and wake up your toes, your fingers. Move the head side to side. Maybe take a full body stretch in here. Or maybe hug the knees in or do both. Slowly roll yourself onto your favorite side of the body. And then come up to seated. Find a nice, comfortable seated position. And either rest your hands on your legs now or bring your hands together to touch to your heart center. Lower your head down towards your heart center. taking a moment here, thanking yourself for finding time this morning for yourself, for your body, and for your mind. Thanking all the others who joined you this morning. And I would like to thank you all for practicing with me. Open your eyes. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me this morning. Have a lovely Saturday. If anyone has any questions of what we did today, so especially regarding the headstand, you can DM me on my Instagram or just comment below on this video. Drink loads of water, and I hope I see you soon. Thanks, guys. I'm creeping. Bye.